The countdown is on for the Hermantown boys hockey team. They are 2 days away from returning to the state tournament for the 9th straight time. And you'd think same old thing, just another year. But this team is quite different than those in the past. Rookie running back Dalvin Cook, who made history. He set a Vikings rookie rushing record of 127 yards, which was previously 107 yards, set by none other than AP back in 2007. So check and make, guys. It is a rightly deserved homecoming. And I actually have one of the curlers here with me sporting his gold medal. And Joe, I mean, has a nice ring to it. Gold medal Olympian. I mean, has it sunk in yet?
I don't think completely sunk in yet.
Freshman defenseman has been heavily involved in the offense. He's got a goal and 3 assists, but that's just his style, and he doesn't plan on changing. That was Duluth East's 5th win in 6 state semifinals against Edina, dating back to 1995. And you could just feel the rivalry between the two teams here, which fueled the Greyhounds all the way to the championship game. The UMD men's hockey team met Merrimack for the very first time in the 2000 Silverado shootout and lost. The year of head coach Scott Sandlin's debut. Well, fast forward 17 years to today, they met once again. Dun, dun, dun. 18 weeks ago, Minnesota beat New Orleans to open up the season. In 2009, the Saints took the NFC Championship from the Vikings. Well, for the first time since that day, these two teams are meeting once again in the playoffs, and it may be below freezing outside, but the bad blood between these two is at its boiling point. While Marinucci plans to continue the program's success, he will be doing it without one key player who had a part in the team getting their first state title since 1980 last year. Now, a couple current Vikings players who arrived to rookie minicamp as tryouts are wide receiver Adam Thielen and cornerback Marcus Sherrills. And look where they are now. So it's all very possible for Baziner. Reporting from TCO Performance Center, Korey Kaczur, KBJR 6 Sports. Whoever the winner of this game is, UMD will play tomorrow night in the championship game. And the funny thing is that if Michigan does win tonight, it'll be a rematch of the 2011 title game when the Bulldogs won it all. Less than 18 hours after the Minnesota Twins lost to Tampa Bay in a 15-inning marathon series finale that lasted 6.5 hours, believe it or not, they were right back in the saddle on Memorial Day, facing a fellow first-place team, Houston. We have a problem. You came to welcome back Team Schuster. How exciting was it to see them walk through that door?
Oh, absolutely. It's exciting.
Duluth native C.J. Ham, as he made the 53-man roster as the only fullback on the team. So this is Ham's second season with Minnesota, and tonight he is suiting up for just his second regular season game. UMD is still up 1-0 against Western Michigan after 2 periods. Well, other stuff going on tonight. The finale of the boys hockey state tournament. It's the first time in 3 years Duluth East is at state, where they're searching for their first title since 1998. UMD's road to the Frozen Four was a magical one, to say the least, and all they needed to finish off their underdog story was a fairy tale ending. And guys, they got it, defeating Notre Dame 2-1 for their second ever national championship. Your neck's starting to hurt a little bit?
Actually, yeah, this thing is really heavy here. Take a shot.
What a game. So, of course, we have to start off with the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, it might seem like a distant memory, but the Vikings kicked off the regular season with a 29-19 rout of the New Orleans Saints. Those two teams met once again today. This time, a lot more was on the line. The winner plays the Eagles in the NFC Championship. And as one would expect, Skull Nation came out in full force at U.S. Bank Stadium. It was all Vikings early on. Opening drive, the pitch to Jerick McKinnon. He's got an ocean to run through. He's in from 14 yards out, 7-0. More of the same in the second quarter. This time it's Latavius Murray. He muscles his way in and gets across the plane. That makes it 17-0 at the half. But Drew Brees and the Saints came storming back, down 10. The pass to Michael Thomas on the slant gets the Saints within 3. Later in the fourth, 29 seconds left, the Saints take the lead. Will Lutz drills a 43-yarder. It wasn't looking good for the Vikes, obviously, but Case Keenum with 10 seconds left hits Stephon Diggs. He looks like he may get tackled or even go out of bounds, but he doesn't. He's gone. A walk-off winner for the Minnesota Vikings. This time expired 29-24, the final, a game for the ages, or as it's dubbed, a Minneapolis miracle. And less than a minute before halftime, Smith scrambles, looking for his man, rolls to the left, and surprise, surprise, a bullet straight to Chitty once again, and he slides in to score. Chitty Chee Bang Bang, you can't help but say that when you hear his name. North Shore wins 22-18 to stay undefeated. Bottom of the fifth, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen, because Domingo Santana just smokes it. A 3-run shot to right center field, his 19th home run of the year. Then Cade Edwards finds a hole in shallow left center, drives in Esquera for a 2-run lead. And in the words of Casey and the Sunshine Band, that's the way, I like it. Anyways, Duluth wins 9-4. Defense turned to offense midway through the first period. Hermantown native Jared Thomas on the breakaway. He clanks one off the near post, 1-0 UMD. Hunter Shepard was again tough to break. The Cohasset native made 34 saves, including 15 in the third period. The Dogs led 1-0 with 6 minutes left. The puck finds its way to Nick Wolf at the point. Quick trigger shot somehow finds a hole, and UMD earns 6 points this weekend. Into the first period, UMD commit Blake Biondi picks up the loose change. He goes coast to coast and finishes up top on the breakaway. His 18th goal of the season, 1-0 Hawks, and he was just getting started. A few minutes after, Sam High sends it down low from the point. Biondi, waiting at the doorstep, punches it home for a 2-goal lead. Into the third, Bucks up by 23. Jonathan Antetokounmpo explodes down the lane and finishes with the one-handed jam. He had 16 points. Then, before the Greek Freak would leave the game with a twisted ankle, he denies Jared Allen with a big block to start the break. It ends with John Henson. The alley-oop, how you like that, Nets? He had 19. And in the fourth, Eric Bledsoe steps back and drains the three from the wing. Swish, he finished with a game-high 28 points. More than 24 Bulldogs have represented the UMD women's hockey team in the Olympics over the years. Recently, 2 more Dogs were added to that list as they had the honor to play in the 2018 Winter Olympics for the red, white, and blue. I caught up with goaltender Maddie Rooney and former defenseman Sydney Morin weeks ago before the games even began as they prepared to capture gold medal in South Korea. When Maddie Rooney and Sydney Morin last wore the same sweater, UMD made their first NCAA playoff appearance in 6 years. A season later, the 2 Bulldogs have reunited as members of Team USA.
It was exciting for both of us, so it's nice to have someone I played college hockey with and a good friend and teammate. So I'm excited to be here with her and chase this dream together.
They soon will play in the 2018 Winter Olympics side by side, but their pass to Pyeongchang couldn't have been more different.
She was our #1 goalie, and there was no question about it.
As a sophomore, Rooney made over 1,000 saves, the second most in UMD single-season history.
Gave her the confidence knowing that the team and coaches believed in her, and she just took it and ran with it.
Maddie, she put the work in, and she, like we talked about, got better a lot better in her second year.
That drive landed her a gold medal in the 2017 IIHF World Championship. And it won't stop until it's Olympic gold around her neck.
I've been working on trying to stay up on shots, and I think I've improved with that, and also just my awareness on the ice, knowing where the players are and anticipating what's to come.
Last May, Rooney was one of 23 named to Team USA's roster. Morin, though, was not. It wasn't until November, 3 months after the start of camp, that Morin got the call.
It's a second chance that I never thought I would get. I'm really excited for her to get this opportunity and to watch her show her stuff.
Morin had previously been playing professionally in Sweden with Modo Hockey. Before that, she was a 4-year player at UMD, where one specific trait set her apart.
Sid skating is her biggest asset, and anybody that watches her knows how effortless it looks when she's skating around out there. So a defenseman that can move like that, whether she's offensive or defensive, is special.
Morin and Rooney will become just the 3rd and 4th Bulldogs ever to play for the U.S. in the Olympics. They already fulfilled their dream of playing college hockey, and soon they will fulfill their dream of playing for a nation.
I was honored beyond belief, and to be with this group of amazing athletes is such an honor, and I'm glad to be a part of it and be part of something bigger than myself.
So, as we know, Team USA did win the gold medal for the first time in 20 years with a shootout win over Canada.
I'm really happy for him. He's an unbelievable coach, and he deserves it. It was very special, obviously. It's just an honor to be a part of it.
Fans, family, and 24 players all witnessed Duluth East's Mike Randolph make history. Only 4 coaches in Minnesota boys hockey have won 600 games. When the Greyhounds took down Andover 9-3, Randolph became one of them.
I think that we had a lot more emphasis on the game, like coming in knowing that was on the line, but especially do it at home.
They looked really excited. In fact, I thought they came out a little bit tight. I could sense that they really wanted to get this one for me, and it was a pretty cool feeling.
Since taking over at East in 1988, he's led the Hounds to 17 state tournament appearances and 2 state titles. So it's safe to say he's built a program players dream to be a part of.
It's obviously just a dream come true to play here in general. I think just throwing on that jersey is just such an honor every single day. That's a lot of fun playing for him.
Sure, Randolph has the stats, wins, and hardware, but to his players, Coach means so much more.
He just comes to the rink every single day with a huge smile on his face. And if he's in a good mood, he's probably the funniest guy you can probably talk to ever. His jokes are just unbelievably funny. And
he cares about us, he loves us, and he loves the game too. So he's pretty passionate. He's a great mentor just for your life too. Like, he preaches just be humble.
Randolph has averaged 21 wins per season as the Hounds bench boss, and he's on track to be the all-time winningest coach in just 5 years.
As long as I enjoy coming to the rink and I can still bend over and tighten my skates and go out on the ice and not kill myself, I'll be here.
He has 108 more wins to go. But in his mind, he's already winning because he's doing what he loves every time he shows up to the rink.
I still enjoy it a lot. I enjoy the kids. It's the best time to coach.